How do we graph hyperbolae? We want to start by plotting the center. Then we need to use A and B to find the vertices and covertices, plot the asymptotes, and sketch. It's optional to plot the foci, but frequently people will. So, first let's identify the center. The center, we use x as 0, y as 0. We can identify A is going to be the square root of the denominator of the first term. So that's going to be 1. The B value is the square root of the denominator of the second term, which is 2. So we can plot the center. We can use A being 1 to plot the vertex, or the vertices. I know they're in the y direction. I know that the co-vertices are in the x direction. I'm gonna just use open circles for that. Frequently, people will draw a box here because that box helps people figure out exactly where the asymptotes are. So based on the vertices and covertices in that box, we can plot the asymptotes. So the asymptotes go from here. So that is our first asymptote, and I'm going to want that to be a dotted line. And now we can plot a second asymptote, which will also be a dotted line. Once we have plotted our asymptotes, now using whichever one with the vertices, we can sketch something that will approach, that starts at each of the vertices and approaches those asymptotes. So it starts here and approaches those asymptotes. It's a little sloppy, but that is what the hyperbola approximately looks like. Here, we have the center is going to be at -1, 0. A is 3, B is 25, no, B is 5. So we can start from -1, 0. Because this is in the x direction, A is, we want to go 3 to the left and 3 to the right. We want to go 5 up and 5 down for the co-vertices. And we can now sketch our box. So based on that box, we can get our asymptotes. And based on the asymptotes, we can start from our vertices, which are now these points. Remember, we can go back to see that x was the part with the positive coefficient, and approximate there, and approximate there. Here, we have a center of -1, +1. A is square root of 16 is 4, B is square root of 9 is 3. So let's go -1, 1. We're going in the y direction for 4, up 4 and down 4. In the x direction for 3, right 3 and left 3. Again, a lot of people don't use open circles for the covertices, but I do. Because they're not solutions to the hyperbola. And now draw the asymptotes. And connect. That's much sloppier than I want it to be, but you understand the idea, hopefully. The center is 2 comma negative 1, 2 comma negative 1. A is 2, B is 4. 2 is measured in the x direction. 4 is measured in the y directions. Draw our box to guide us for our asymptotes. And now we can use this and our asymptotes to get our hyperbola. There we go.